Your roster does not meet the minimum positional requirements. Right guard. That was my right guard. Oh, I think he got injured. Edge. I need a right guard, so.
It's week 16 of the NFL. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jets and the 49ers. Next, on Madden NFL 24.
Still in NFL.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few left. They're looking to correct.
Did I sure get the goal back? Nope, I didn't. I missed it. Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. In motion right, Debo. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Stick it.
And this is dropped.
How the fuck do you drop that shit? I'm about to get pissed off.
Big play early, but he could not secure it. You talk about this Jets defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Purdy sets up to throw again. Man open, that's Debo Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Touchdown, 49ers! Debo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get...
Alright, Chad, I'm back. I'm back, shout.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
I'm in there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
What are you doing?
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Come on, I'm in there. Let's go!
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Team.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Come on, Brian, we get it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
Let's go.
All right, just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Jets. 1st
Running left, it's Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, Park.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kirby Joseph. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to try and take off with it. But now he appears to be in some pain. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now Brissett on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
You got this, bro. Bruce Ribs will return soon. Press it in.
Brissett. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
They'll throw again. Brissett. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he's down to the 11.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd down, Brissett. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
Let's go. Come on.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A first down throw for Brissett. This one caught by Kittle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Here's Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw is Brissett. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 3rd and 6. Again, it's Brissett. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Moody good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've come to halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season. But that first round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2. You get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
2nd and 7. A handoff left, McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. Fighting his way through contact. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
They'll roll him out right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
If you ever see this video,
now Moody for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. On play action, Rodgers. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and 19. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at the 43. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Purdy now on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick here is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New York set to take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A very quick pass to Ridley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Nifty footwork at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And a 49er first down.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Purdy throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rodgers now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And he's taken down, but not before reaching.
Hold on.
Line.
Hold on. Excuse me? Boom. Whoa. I thought he blocked it. Boom. Oh, no, he didn't block it. He didn't block it. I was about to say. Because to me...
2 on the play. Throwing now is Rodgers. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
1st down, 49ers.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Niners, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.